Hi guys, welcome back to GP Reactions. I hope you're well, hope you're having a great day, and as always thank you for subscribing. So I really Hi guys, welcome back to GP Reactions. I hope you're well, and a really big thank you to everybody that's subscribed. I do appreciate that a lot, as I don't really go out of my way to kind of promote my reaction videos. Probably could do more to promote them. But yeah, it's really nice that people are finding my channel and staying with me. I do play quite an eclectic mixture of music. Eclectic. But yeah, like I say, I really do appreciate people sort of like joining my channel and looking out for the videos and stuff. So yeah, I'm going to be reacting to a track by The Specials called A Rat Race. I'm not sure I've ever heard this before, but I'm just looking. It entered the UK Top 40 on May 1980, and it peaked at number 5. So I'm pretty sure I have heard this, but it's one of those that goes under my radar. Maybe I remember Ghost Town. I remember Do Nothing. I remember Gangsters. But for some reason I don't remember this one. So and I generally I get this mixed up with Is It Too Much, which I do remember. So I can't visualize how this song goes at all, but I must have heard it if it reached number 5. So I don't believe this was ever released on an album, but if it was, please let me know. It's one of their earlier ones. So yeah, I mean, The Specials were only sort of around until I guess 1981, and it became the Fun Boy 3. Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to this. This is a Top of the Pops performance. I'm not sure, so please forgive me if this has been if this is maybe an abridged version of the full track. Sometimes clever editors will kind of work Top of the Pops videos into the full track, and you kind of get the best of both worlds. But if this is just a Top of the Pops version, then they usually edit it down a little bit. So yeah, without further ado, this is Mike Reid, the DJ by the looks of it.
A good news single out. One side is Rude Boys Out of Jail, and this side is Rat Race.
Okay, it's a video.
You're working at your leisure to learn the things you'll need.
Yeah, I do remember this. It was very hard to distinguish from Too Much Too Young. I can't even remember the title of that one. But yeah, I do remember this. It's I think it's going to be a catchy one. I've never seen a video to this before, so I'm just going to take it back to the start. Get the full vibe of it.
Jail, and this side is Rat Race. To press the college bar, just talking about your mother, that is Jaguar. Wear your political t-shirt, sacred college scar, discussing the world situation, but
just trying to imagine doing an exam to music of The Specials. It's such a kind of a weird scenario, but I've just been invigilating some exams at work, and it's very different scenario to this. I love in the video that I've never seen this before, and it's cool that some of them are wearing glasses. It's like giving an academic touch.
You'll be working for the rat race. You know you're wasting your time. Working for the rat race. You know friend of mine.
Rats in a maze. Love her guitar work on this. Quickly, guys, what kind of organ is this? Is this a Hammond organ? It's the only organ I know. Hammond organ. It doesn't. I don't know. But yeah, if anybody knows what instrument this is, whether it's, I don't know. It's not. Is it a piano or is it an organ? Anyway, if anybody knows, please drop me a shout in the comments below.
Working for the rat race. You know you're wasting your time. Working for the rat race. You know friend of mine. Just working at your leisure to learn the things you don't need. The promises you make tomorrow carry no guarantee. I see the qualifications. You got my PhD. I got one at O level. It did nothing for me. Working for the rat race. You know you're wasting your time. You're working for the rat race. You know friend of mine.
Special so working for the rat race.
I mean, that was a really cool video. There's a lot going on in that. So the rats running around in a maze. Very good analogy of like life. You run around in a maze looking for a way out of a rat race. Really interesting that it felt like a bit of a pop art institution, educational institutions. Obviously, this was the same year as Pink Floyd, which came out in 1979, 1980, Brick in the Wall, and then we had Baggy Trousers from Madness, which again it was a fun song, but kind of dealt with slight disillusionment of the teaching staff in schools, and then we have then you got this the specials Rat Race, which again maybe came out before Madness, the Madness track Baggy Trousers, but this is definitely a pop art. I think a cynical look at the value of qualifications, and I guess really with education, I think learning things in life is really important. Learning skills is really important, but quite often if you was to look at education as an institution, then maybe the way it's done is like to create a production line of employment. So these people are suitable for that employment. Those people aren't. Production line continues, and like any kind of factory line, the things that don't quite fit in usually kind of just cast off aside, and you only keep the ones that are, that will be productive for you in the future, that you can market and push on to the next stage. I guess that's the way employment rolls, and I guess that's the way education might roll. Obviously, I left school in 1983. I didn't really do very well with my education back then. I kind of flunked my final year exams. I wish, in hindsight, I'd given them a little more thought, but I was having a lot of fun in 82, 83, and I was too immature to actually think about the future, to be honest. I wasn't really kind of pushed that hard to focus on my exams, or maybe I was pushed in the wrong way, and I kind of reacted by pushing back. I wouldn't have said I was rebellious. I think I only became rebellious when I was about 17, but so I love the music of this song. It's really kind of poppy. I love the guitar in it. It was, I don't know, it's just a really, really cool sound. The whole, the whole thing was really cool. It's hard to kind of tease any part of that apart. I love the organ thing in it. As I said halfway through, I don't know what it is, but it seemed quite big and cumbersome. So I'm assuming it's some kind of organ. Hammond organ jumped into my head, but that's probably just, I'm just throwing a name out there. But yeah, so let's just jump straight into the lyrics. You've been working at your leisure to learn the things you'll need. The promises you make tomorrow will carry no guarantees. I've seen your qualifications. You've got a PhD. I've got one art O level. It did nothing for me. Working for the rat race, you know you're wasting your time. Working for the rat race, you know, friend of mine. So it feels like there's a bit of division between those that try hard in education and those who kind of think that education's maybe like a bit of a waste of time. They'd probably rather go after something practical. I think in life, we do tend to kind of form into groups, and if you're one of those who goes into sixth form, then you're going to be in that group. If you're not, then you're probably going to lead a more practical life. You're probably going to work in a factory. Probably going to maybe do an apprenticeship, which I think was a thing back in 79, 80. And from that, you might have a really good kind of career, but you'll always kind of like mix in those circles, I guess, and people who are generally academic will stay in those circles. You plan your conversation to impress the college bar, just talking about your mother and daddy's Jaguar, wear your political t-shirt and sacred college scarf, discussing the world's situation, but just for a laugh. I mean, I guess that's the thing. If you spend your life in education, if you actually come from a well-off background, you go to Oxford or Cambridge. As we know with a lot of politicians, they don't always kind of connect with reality, the real people. So even when they discuss politics, even when they take on a moral stance against something, they you get a feeling they don't truly understand the actual reality. It's like when well-off people talk about, poverty, about, this is wrong, that's wrong. They're still going to go back to their nice lifestyle and, 3 meals a day. Don't have to worry about the heating, don't have to worry about leaving lights on. They're still going to go back to that. They're still going to go back to, they can just jump in a car and drive somewhere. When people in poverty, that's their reality. It's not just an academic discussion wearing your little political badges to say that you're actually down with the plebs. Yeah, I feel like definitely with that one verse, they were trying to kind of feel like the struggles of other people, but just not having a clue about the reality of it. And I think that's maybe what this is about. It's about the promises of a future versus reality of life. And it doesn't matter if you get a PhD, you might still end up, working in a burger bar. Guys, let me know what you think of this track. I'm really glad I listened to this. I didn't remember if I knew it at the beginning, but it's very distinctive sound, and I was getting it confused with another song in my head. The other one, I can't remember what that was called, so forgive me for that. And yeah, please join me in the comments below. Tell me what you feel about this song. If you've got any memories of this time, if you was working, unemployed, or indeed studying, or maybe you was even at university, just let me know. Tell me a story. I love reading people's stories about their life back then, and yeah, I try and reply to all of them, or at least acknowledge your comments. So yeah, till next time, take care, have a great day, have a great week, and I'll speak to you soon.